This will be. What's good, y'all? This will be an everlasting love for me. Oh, loving you, some type of wonderful, giving me the thrill of a lifetime. Need you in my life. You're so wonderful, the sweetest I've ever knew. No one could take the place of you. This will be honestly, yes sirree. Or what is it? Yes, Mary. I don't know. Yes, ma'am. As long as we're living, we're hugging and squeezing and kissing together, loving forever. Ba 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 da 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 da. What's good, everybody? It's your man Rico the Opinionist. As I wind down these last few lives on my Facebook page, so I make a transition, more of a transition, to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing some stuff on my Facebook page as well. But just wanna, I'll let y'all about some things. On one particular topic, and I meant to do this, I think last week, but things got in the way. But it's like, whenever you're talking about these politicians, hey Evrika, what's up? I ain't forgot you, I'm gonna see that list. If you're talking about these damn politicians, you can never run out of material talking about kind of like the uselessness of politicians in this country. And especially when it comes to our community, the black community, these black politicians. They really haven't done anything just major to make you just like, you know what, I'm so proud of my city councilman, I'm so proud of my school board member, I'm so proud of my state representative, I'm so proud of my congressman. You never just, this is never something that you ever have the energy or strength to really brag about. They just suck. Even though they put on very expensive and wonderful campaigns, they always come out and tell you what they gonna do or what they've done, and just go look at the black neighborhoods. Why do we keep voting for those people? And I know there has to be some decent politicians that are black somewhere that actually wants to represent black people. But then again, do we actually know what we want from politicians? We only seem to know what we want, or we start voicing what we want when there is a politician who is not black that's in office. We tend to know exactly what we want then, but when there's a black politician in office, we don't ask them, we don't demand anything from them. When they're on the campaign trail, we don't even pose real questions to them. And then if you do pose a real question, the people who support these black politicians, who are black, they get mad at you. Y'all remember when the biracial president guy was running for president and you couldn't ask him anything about anything that was black? Because black people got mad because they thought that our race would miss out on something if he were not to get elected. I mean, what a waste. And I've always wondered why don't black people have real questions to ask politicians? Because I don't think we really truly understand the purpose of politics in this country. Now, we put on a good show when like white liberals or white Democrats give us an assignment, but on our own, we don't seem to know what to do with politicians or what to do with the politics of the United States, because they always try to keep us on the national, keep our minds focused on national stuff. We worry about voting rights. all day long. Oh, he's a racist. But we've never mastered local politics. They always send our vote nationally like it really matters whoever the goddamn president is. It doesn't really matter who the governor is. But it always matters who the mayor is of your city or town, who the city councilman is, who the county commissioners are. Those are the people. Those locally is where black people really get boots up our ass. And then the first thing we want to do is vote on people because of what church they, as the old folks say, what church they belong to, sometimes what colleges they attended. Shout out to HBCUs, you know. Or if they're black Greek affiliated, we just don't have really any standards to how we pick black politicians because we're just up shit's creek in this country. But it's interesting, those same black politicians that y'all vote for go and support other groups, other racial groups. They get behind other subgroups like the LGBTQPIA. All your little black politicians be all behind them. Oh shit. I hope these dogs don't run up here. Y'all hold on a minute. Travis said it don't matter. Yeah, it matters, Travis. It really does. Because, to say that politics don't matter, well, they do matter. Look at all the other groups that benefited from how the other groups benefit from it. I saw this guy got a lot of dogs. I'm trying to scoop my ass on around here. He got like 4 damn dogs and none of them on a leash. Well, I hate this shit. Hold on a minute, y'all. Y'all gonna see me run and scream like a 5th grade girl if they start get away from him and try to run. He's holding them, so I guess this is a group of dogs that actually obey their master. Okay, I think I'm safe. Okay, so as I was saying, Travis, it does matter, man. That's something I had to grow into. It does matter. Politics do matter, but we're still not doing it correctly. Because we always say, well, we want a Democrat. Okay, and I say that because you don't find too many black folks who dare say out loud that they're conservative or they're Republicans because the masses of black people just tear them apart. So they just are like, you know what, I ain't got time for that foolishness. I don't need that smoke because it's worthless and it's useless. But we don't seem to understand how to do the politics. If y'all don't believe me, you ain't got to say, Rico, you don't know what the F you're talking about. Just go to these black neighborhoods. There's got all the crime and low income. I guarantee you, your politician is black and it's a Democrat or a white Democrat. Because we don't ask them real questions. We don't pose real questions. When they say come and meet the politicians, well, we don't really go. I don't go either because I'm like you, Travis, like shit don't matter. But I think in the future I'm gonna start going and posing real questions. If I'm gonna live in the district, and I guess by me being a single man with no children, I don't have any children in school, but I care about how black children at large are being educated. Pose questions like, let's say if you're running for city council, what are your plans for putting together an economic package that will help put a dent in an unemployment rate in the citizens in your district? We don't even ask those questions. Yeah, what church you go to? You believe in God? We don't even ask politicians, let alone black ones, what kind of books do you read? And if they start off with the Bible, that's a no-go vote. That's a no vote. Because see, everybody, that's the easy answer. If they don't say something like Dr. John Henry Clark or Carter G. Woodson or Dr. Francis Cress Wells, the real people, don't even listen to them because they're on there with they've been given an agenda. Then we'll turn around and say, well, you got to get a politician, you got to buy them off. I get that. But y'all are voting for them because they're black. How come they don't want to do work for you? Because you're black, and number two, because you voted for them. We're going to have to mature. In 2021, we're going to have to mature as a group in this country when it comes to politics. Because when you don't pose real questions, when you don't offend them, We don't make them so angry they wish you were not in the room. You're not doing your job. And then we sit around and wait for one person to ask the real question, then everybody turn on that one person. Why you ask them that? That was unnecessary. You're supposed to get smart with them. You're supposed to ask them tough questions. But we don't do it. And that's all. I've always wondered why. And I would pose a question or something, or I'll write something on Facebook talking about the old lame-ass black politicians. And people get upset. I don't care if that's your uncle, your mama, your daddy, or whatever, your son. I don't care. They're a public figure. That doesn't keep them from getting this smoke. If they want to stay just your relative, well, goddamn it, don't run for office. That's how that works. And they knew they were related to you. I'm crossing the street. It's tough out here. They knew they were related to you before they ran for office. So please stop saying that to people. No, that's my cousin. That's my uncle. You know, stop saying that. They're public figures now. They can get any question, and they want to run for people's. They want to run for office and get people's votes. So you know, to be put through the fire, but we never put them through the fire. We never pose any real questions to these folks. Never any hard questions that make them think. They don't. So if Rika says too late, or what else she said, Rika? It's sad to say, but the black or poor voters get the short end of the stick of everything. Yeah, because those of us who're supposed to have so much sense, we just sit there and let it happen. And poor does not equate to intelligence. Now I know people have used being poor as people being stupid or they don't have access to stuff. It's 2021. This is not 1800 or 1950 Rwanda or anything like that. This is America in 2021. Even so-called poor folks in these so-called ghettos have access, and it's not required because you're poor that you be out of the loop of what's going on in the world around you. It doesn't make any sense how people still behave this way. Yeah, we've all been poor. What's that got to do with your intelligence or ability to read or your ability to comprehend? You know, economically poor. That has nothing to do with your ability to read, write, and to pose real questions. Because, you know, even popos, they got cable, they got PlayStations, they got everything else in America. So we have to start asking questions. I don't care if that is your friend or my friend who's running for office. Pose the questions. What are your plans to help curb the violence in your district? Or what are your plans for economic prosperity in your district as a city councilman, as the mayor of a majority black city? What is your plan to make sure prosperity continues in all sections of the city, not just the suburbs or where Caucasians live in the black city? You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's the weirdest thing. And make them give you some ideas that you can say, you know what, I never heard of that. Is that possible? Can you put together a $350 million package, bond package? You know, get some people to vote with you to help bring up to help redevelop the inner city, and in the process of that allow the citizens to work there. You know, so they can make some money as the inner city is being rebuilt. You know, the same way you can vote on $500 to $600 million to almost $1 billion to go towards a football stadium. With all these poor folks and all these other folks around there, they pay taxes too. So, well, a lot of them do. And so, my main reasoning for, you know, getting on and talking about these old lame politicians is, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And the same thing happens here in Dallas, no, the black sections of Dallas. The black sections of Dallas. Or lower economic parts of Dallas. In Memphis, Tennessee, y'all go on Facebook, you go just Google Memphis violence. There have been almost Chicago numbers in shootings and violence. And most of them are young black men. And we've had these politicians for years. Some of them about 2 years old, a couple of them because it was an election about a couple of years ago. And Two of them got together. Now this is supposed to be their solution. And this is what the same solution that the black politicians in Memphis always come up with. This guy, what's his name? J.B. Smiley and Jamita Swearingen. That Swearingen name is very familiar to me because I don't know what Barbara Swearingen Holt, I don't know what relationship that she is to them. I don't know if her mom or auntie, but she was our city council person for a lot of years. And trust me, I didn't hold back my feelings about her performance when she was our city councilwoman. I didn't hold back my because I lived in District 7, and our state representative, our city council person, our school board, I was always on them, publicly on them. I on the radio, on the news, I was always calling them out for their lackluster performance as our representatives in that district, which is a poor district. And then and all of them always use our district as a stepping stone to get to be county mayor or state representative or try to be congressman. Some about District 7 in North Memphis, 38108, 38107, and 38127, and some parts of 38104. They use that district, mainly the poor section of that district, as a springboard to propel their political careers. And everybody that sits in that District 7 seat so far, since I've been living there, since I've been gone, they do little or nothing to enhance the lives of black people in that district. They mainly concentrate on the downtown part of the district where, upper middle class whites and blacks live. But the parts where I grew up in, Hollywood, Springdale, New Chicago, and all around there, Shannon, Goodwill Village, Jackson, and all of that, they do absolutely nothing. They may have a vote, I get out the vote rally or something and give out something free on that day. But as far as putting together some policies and as state representative or putting together some kind of ordinance or something, that economic package, they don't mention any of it. And so what these two politicians, black male, black female, I think they're black Greek affiliated, but I know they're definitely black church affiliated. Those folks too. They've gotten together as a solution to the violence in Memphis only, now listen to me, only because a celebrity rapper was murdered. That they decide to come out publicly and speak or say something about the violence in Memphis when at least 100 black males have died due to gun violence way before his murder. That's how politicians do. They use everybody, even the death of celebrities, to try to garner public sympathy for themselves, or gain public support like they're doing something, so they can run again next year or year after next, whenever the next election cycle is. I'm telling you, it's all a game, and black people, period, get the short end of the stick, and poor people as well. And so this is what they came up with. These mother lovers, J.B. Smiley and Jamita Swearingen, who is the vice chairman, for what I understand, of the Memphis City Council, a powerful position. She and this dude got together as a way to address, or as a solution to address, the ongoing violence of shooting and murdering in Memphis, to have a prayer breakfast and a prayer, some kind of prayer rally or some crap. You see what black politicians do? Now, if this were happening in the suburbs of Bartlett, Tennessee, or Arlington, or Colleyville, those white people don't do no damn praying as the solution. They get together. They brainstorm. Now, how can we get this mess out here? Well, no, needless to say, it doesn't happen in those areas. But go anywhere you live, you see how white leaders make sure that they use government to their protection, to their advantage. these black politicians, because they have so little respect for black people, it's almost like it's a disdain that they have for black people. They come up with prayer breakfast. Okay. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. E. Donaldson, look, man, you can't make this ish up, bro. You can't make it up. My hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, probably has some of the worst politicians next to Baltimore. And that's why I'm saying quit voting for these black folks who have no experience in government and really don't have any money. They get in there and close their mouths for 4 years, or they reelected 8 years, trying to figure out a way to get one of those nice city elected jobs, jobs like Shelby County Court Clerk, one of those positions, or juvenile court, or city court clerk. Oh no, all those jobs that pay up to $85,000 to $95,000 to $120,000. They all work toward to get those jobs to pay, because all they do is pretty much sit around and do nothing while the staff does all the work. And I said, they're gonna make me run for one of them. It's a cushy job. We got some people in there so old, won't go home, won't move. But one thing about the Republican Party there in Memphis, they believe in moving to the side and letting young white men and young white women take over. These black Democrats, these folks, they sit there I'm talking about they're 80 and 90 years old. Still holding on. Let me tell you something about how bad it is. I mean, they got some old white politicians too in these other little country towns like South Carolina and these country states. We got an old lady there, and bless her heart, I think she's close to 90, if not that already. Shout out to State Representative Barbara Cooper, and I love her, but she should have been gone 20 years ago. And here in Dallas, they have their own Barbara Cooper. Her name is Eddie Bernice Jones. What's her name? Eddie Bernice Johnson. And she just now at about 90 years old. And this poor black district that she represented, her district looks like shit. Just like Barbara Cooper's district. In any black Democrat's district, looks like a war zone and pure crap. That's here in Dallas. And they hold on, all they want to do is talk about Trump all day long, while black people ain't getting nothing. Sit around and talk about what politician is racist, who's white. I said, get out of here. Y'all can't think of nothing else. That's all they want to do. And everybody, that's right, you're racist, blah, blah, blah. And in them black neighborhoods, well, y'all know, because, for a lot of y'all, a lot of us don't live in these neighborhoods anymore. Live in suburbs and stuff. And y'all see how y'all suburbs look, and go look at y'all state rep, go look at y'all city council in your suburb. I guarantee you, a lot of them are not black. If they're black, they're conservatives. And I'm not trying to promote a party over, I'm just pointing out, I'm making an observation. See, we got some, Memphis hadn't always had sorry-ass, sick-ass, lying-ass politicians. Oh, they've gotten worse since 2000 and up. But in the in the 80s and the 90s, Memphis had some powerful black people who ran for office and they did more work. Let me tell y'all something. Black Memphis got more benefit from city government back in the 80s when they had all the white mayors and all that white county mayor, but black Memphis got a lot done. Because they wasn't in there playing games. Whenever they went to that office, they went in there with a plan. They understood why they were there. But all of a sudden, stuff started, getting a little more black, and a little more black. and they go in there like they go in there having a country club meeting. They all competing for development. Let me tell you what the black politicians in Memphis do. They've done the same thing here in Dallas. I think a couple of the black ones, shout out to Dwayne Caraway, They've gone to jail trying to wait on developer payoffs. That's what's going on. That's what has been going on in black Memphis with their politicians for decades. They wait for public payoffs from all the white land developers and real estate owners in Memphis. That's why they run, because they certainly don't do anything that actually empowers or uplift the many black districts that they represent. If you don't believe me, go to Memphis. Go to the north, go to the south, go to the near east, go to Frazier. you'll see all those are black representatives. And they look like crap. And he's like, damn, Rico, you dogging out, but I can't help. I'm not dogging them. I'm telling y'all the truth. So we got to make some decisions in 2024. Again, if y'all not going to ask, if you're not going to pose real questions to these folks who running to get your vote, stop voting for these people. Well, don't vote at all. Just move on about your life, create a business, and move on. Find out about city government on your own. Find out what stuff is. Find out what these particular monies are. Because your black representative is not going to tell you. Well, they're going to tell you, well, you ain't get out the vote. I mean, it's so funny. They literally lash out at the black constituency. Well, you don't get out the vote. That's why ain't nothing happening. No, they want to vote for you. Black folks vote at higher rate than anybody. Just about. But if you don't vote for you, sometimes, it's like, you know what? There's nobody to vote for. And when we say that, we're not lying. The politicians that's coming out there terrible, because first thing they get in there, they go straight to, hold on a second. And as soon as they get into office, the first thing they do, especially if they're running for Congress, the first thing they jump on is immigrants and LGBTQ, homosexual issues. And then they can squeeze in some white women. But black issues, they don't even touch. Not even on the federal level, as well as on your city, local level. You ain't got to call me a liar. Prove me wrong. Look at your neighborhood. Look at your neighborhood. They take your tax dollars and give your money to other people. And so you can't be mad with the suburbs. You can't be mad with Caucasians live. Because they understand politics. They said, we put you in there, you better bring at least $150 million to our area to keep our streets up, to keep our housing, to keep the property value up, keep it up. You know, this just, so we're going to have to mature. You know, so we can't be mad at Caucasians for understanding how to spend their tax dollars. You know, we around here just vote these little Negroes in, they get in there, and they start talking smart to you, and all you want to do is invite them to your church. And all you want to do is go to a gala where they are. I mean, I would dance with all the politicians. Who gives a damn? What have they done for your community? Go outside, any one of you live, if you live in Memphis, 38108, 38107, 38109, no, Whitehaven, I'll just say Whitehaven, North Memphis, Hollywood, Springdale, New Chicago, Bellwater, Whitehaven Plaza, Binghamton area, Lemoyne, Orange Gardens, a part of Mississippi, South Memphis, Mississippi and Walker. Go look around there. You're going to see some gentrification going on because those other folks got some new money and they moving those blacks out finally. But Black Memphis don't say anything. Stuff like the Pepper Tree Apartments that's been a reigning eyesore for years. And I just read on the news, they received 1,600 police calls and complaints, not even within a whole year. And these folks are fighting in court or in front of the judge saying, well, it's not that bad. No, the damn management and owners of the Pepper Tree Apartments. Come on. That stuff's supposed to have been shut down. But due to the fact that there's no value on black life, and black people black lives don't seem to matter to black people, they just let these foreign entities that run these project and hood-ass apartments just keep staying there. And your black politicians don't put programs in place to try to, you know, encourage people to move away from poverty and get into education and get into, you know, therefore to move them into higher paying jobs. See, being poor is not a requirement. You got too many goddamn libraries. You have too many schools. You got elementary school, high school, and you got college. You say if that's not working, well, you got public libraries. You got Amazon books. You don't have to be stupid. You don't have to be poor in 2021. Dog, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the excuses that we make and the excuses that we give other people. Now, she laying up having baby after baby and her ass is poor. He laying there sticking his raw penis everywhere. And he worrying about why he wondering why he can't get a leg up. Because you too busy going between legs, mister. That's why your ass is poor and child support tearing your ass up. Then you barely have a GED. Yeah. Dr. Ben Carson told us poverty is the state of mind. And also, when you're talking to people who are financial gurus, people who are great in finances, people who've made it, you know what they tell you? Well, when you say, well, look, I'm in debt. I'm having problems paying my bills. I have short of money. And what's the first thing they ask you? Well, how are you spending your money? But when Dr. Ben Costin says poverty is a state of mind, all of a sudden everybody got up in arms. It's disrespectful. He's looking down on people. He's so stupid. He's dumb. He's this. And that's what a financial guru or creditor, person who does credit repair, to actually the same thing. So how you spend your money? I know you got some money. What you spending on? Do you pay your bills? Or do you forego your bills so you can take care of your thrills? See, poverty is, a lot of times, being poor is a choice. And look, I'm not speaking from a glass house. I mean, I am. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. I am speaking from a glass house. And trust me, my glass house got a whole lot of Scotch tape from all the cracks and the repairing of broken panes and everything. So I'm not coming from a place of perfection. When the pandemic hit, I got messed up like everybody else, and I'm still trying to recover. Hell, you know, I literally had to start over from scratch. You know, hell. Some days I'm like, damn, where does the eviction notice come from? Okay, let me go work on this and try to get this damn thing resolved. Where did this come from? Yeah, I'm messed up like everybody else, but I ain't tripping about it because it was decisions that I made. And also the pandemic hit, but still, I participated in it. See, I can do that and I understand, so I ain't mad at nobody. I don't blame nobody. I don't have no mental illness. Well, you know, I do suffer with depression, but that's something I've had since I was young. Like high school, college, I've always suffered with depression. That's just gonna always be with me. But however, you know, but I'm also doing what I'm supposed to do as an adult, making better decisions to get myself out of this. So by spring or summer of 2022, I'll be back on. You know what I'm saying? But this perpetual poverty, just perpetual being without saying, that's not required unless you're retarded. Or you keep making weird statements. Making weird choices. And a lot of us are still making weird choices. I know I'm all over the place. Y'all see these cars. I'm strolling and talking with y'all. So, but anyway, I just want to vibe with y'all about that, because that got on my last damn nerves when I saw they put out. I'm going back to the Memphis politicians. They put out a whole letter announcing that on their Memphis City Council Facebook page. There's the letter. Go look it up. Damn prayer, breakfast, and prayer. It's foolishness. That's their solution for addressing, or how they want to address the violence in the city of Memphis. And I wouldn't put anything past it to Dallas, same foolishness. But somehow, something seems to be done, because the numbers are not like Dallas as relates to. The numbers are not like Memphis or Chicago or St. Louis or parts of Alabama. It's not like that. You know, the city of Dallas and the black-on-black males shooting each other stuff, that's not even that high. I don't even hardly see it on the news that much. But prayer is not the answer. Action is. And a solution. If you're going to be voting for these people, make sure they're credible. Ask real questions. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, because y'all see it's got dark on your boy. But we'll talk again in the future. I look forward to seeing y'all on my YouTube channel in the future as well. All right, we'll talk, y'all. These damn lights kidding you, boy. Be cool. Peace, y'all.